What's going on, you guys? So it's looking like Bob Arum has got plans for Terence Crawford in the year 2020. I'm laughing because I kind of read some of it already before I started making the video. And Bob Arum is a funny ass dude, man. He be talking a lot of fucking shit too. But yeah, he said that they got plans for Terence Crawford. As we all know, he wasn't able to land a big fight for any of the premier boxing champions welterweights this year. So they're looking forward to moving to Plan B since Errol Spence is shelled for we don't know how long. But this is what Bob Arum had to say. As we know, they've been communicating with Al Heyman and PBC because they got Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury fighting on February 22nd. But he says here, if you look at the PBC group, they only have one interesting fight there now that Spence is shelled for a while, and that is Sean Porter. There is nobody else that really resonates as a big fight. Porter would be interesting. The public looks forward to big fights, and Porter certainly will be one of them. Other than that, who does PBC have to really do business? Danny Garcia is a little past his sell date. He be talking shit. We're not interested in Danny Garcia. That's a license to lose money. That fight makes no sense. It's not economically feasible. So he's saying Danny Garcia ain't even worth putting on one of his cards. He said Danny Garcia can't sell out a family diner. That's pretty much what he said. He says Manny Pacquiao would never fight Crawford. And that goes back to when I was promoting Pacquiao. Pacquiao versus Crawford is not a very competitive fight. Forget Pacquiao. We offered Pacquiao a shit ton of money to fight Crawford, and he didn't want to fight. But I was promoting him, so I wasn't going to put it on Manny. I put it on me. I was covering for Pacquiao. Wow. So, Bob Arum came out and said some things about that back when he was promoting Pacquiao, just not to put Pacquiao, throw his one of his star fighters under the bus. But in reality, we already knew what type of time it was. Pacquiao did not want no parts of Terence Crawford at all whatsoever. Manny Pacquiao is a legendary fighter, but he knows. These fighters know, man. Look, man, before I continue reading this shit for all you guys listening, don't you think, for all you guys who's like naysayers of Terence Crawford and, the fact that these guys are really avoiding this guy, you got a guy like Manny Pacquiao, a guy with so many fights, a guy that fought all kinds of different guys. He don't want to see this dude. These fighters know. These fighters know. Maybe the fans don't know. Maybe they don't want to believe it. But these fighters know, man, there's a reason why nobody has thrown their name in a hat to face Terence Crawford. Terence Crawford is widely regarded as the best in boxing. Don't nobody want to fight this fucking dude? Are you kidding me? But yeah, let me continue reading. He said another scenario Arum introduced was Crawford climbing up to super welterweight, even though the fighter was non-committal himself for a future at 154. He may want to go up to 154 to fight WBO champion Patrick Teixeira. Then there are terrific junior welterweights who want to move up to fight him, like Jose Ramirez, Josh Taylor, and Regis Prograis. That's what we're looking for, the big fights for him. The ultimate option is Errol Spence Jr., and the super fight could be done in less than an hour. Once the WBC and IBF champion is ready to resume his career following a devastating car accident. So basically, Bob Arum said, look, man, as soon as Errol Spence is ready to fight, we can get this shit done in less than a fucking hour. You know what I'm saying? Come on, people. Come on. I mean, there has to come a time where even the most hardcore Errol Spence apologists have to sit back and look, or the most hardcore PBC apologists have to sit back and look and be like, yeah, man, maybe these dudes really are avoiding Terence Crawford. You know what I'm saying? But, yeah. Al Heyman and I discussed Crawford Spence before the accident, and we were well on our way to making that fight, said Arum. While we never agreed, we were in effect circling around the same terms that we have for Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury. But realistically, we can't count on it because we can't count on when he'll be available. So basically, Bob Arum is saying here that the Spence fight was kind of, getting some traction, but then Spence got into that fucking car accident. If you take Spence out of the mix, you have to talk about what PBC has left. Other than Porter, I don't know where they have a big fight. So he didn't even mention Keith Thurman at all. See, Bob Arum is, man, he didn't even mention Keith Thurman because Keith Thurman, he broke his nail again, so he's gonna be out for another 6 months. We don't know, man. At this point, could we really take Keith Thurman seriously, you guys? I like Keith Thurman. I like the energy he brings to the sport. I think Keith Thurman is very good for the sport, and boxing really needs guys like Keith Thurman, but, his heart might not be in it no more. You know what I'm saying? I can't fault him from that. Who wants to be getting punched in the face? You know what I'm saying? But it says here, When told that Virgil Ortiz Jr., Golden Boy's undefeated touted knockout artist, would like to try his hand at Crawford. So Virgil Ortiz said he want to fight Bud at the tender age of 21. If he presented the opportunity, Arum said he'll take it, even if they have a clear advantage over the game, yet raw fighter. Oscar De La Hoya and Eric Gomez know enough that it would be suicide to put Virgil Ortiz in the ring with Terence Crawford, but if they want to do it, we'll be happy to work with him, said Bob Arum. Wow. So, I mean, they got plans for Bud for next year. You know, they got to satisfy Bud. You know, they can't just have him fighting these mandatories like Vladimir Klitschko. See, Vladimir Klitschko for years got away with fighting mandatories. You know, mandatory, just some random guy. You know, Bud Crawford, he can't afford to do that shit. But the people going to be wanting to see Bud in the ring with some real fighters. And, of course, Terence Crawford himself wants to be tested by some other real fighters, other champions, things of that nature. So it should be interesting to see how 2020 plays out. Jose Ramirez, Josh Taylor, Regis Prograis, you know they go throw that bag at them guys in order for them to face Crawford. So we could expect one of those guys to face Bud next year. And then we have Sean Porter. I think Sean Porter probably be the likely next fight for Bud. You know, of course, they friends, so they gonna really have to sit at the table and talk about it. I know a lot of people probably say, who forgets I fought? But when you cool with somebody, you know somebody since you was a teenager, and it's different. Okay, it's not everybody can fight their friends like that, but if they can get it done, and it's a pretty big fight. It's a fight that should happen because I mean, let's be honest. What else is there really that's more compelling in the welterweight division right now? Other than a Floyd Mayweather Manny Pacquiao type of fight, but we don't know if that's going to happen. But yeah, man, Bob Arum said that he said Danny Garcia ain't shit, you know. So, I mean, I just find it funny that nobody is willing to say, hey, I'll fight Bud. Not Jose Cito Lopez, not Ugas, like Sergey Lippins. Don't tell me PBC got a gag order on all these dudes. Don't tell me that. Not none of them. Not no Figueroa. Not any of these other welterweights. So we should be praising guys like Mean Machine. He's stepping up. He ain't afraid. Bud is he going for the smoke. Of course, he don't got nothing to lose like the other guys. But he going for the gusto. You know, he gonna lose his undefeated record. He put his undefeated record on the line against Terence Bud Crawford. Comes on later today. Tell me what you guys think. Bob Arum got plans for Terence Crawford 2020, and it's looking pretty good. Like, subscribe, holla at your boy. Peace out.